1, 2, 3.
Welcome to Oregon Quilting, and it seems like this year has gone by so quickly, and we're finally now into the last 3 months of this year, and I thank all of the viewers. We've added so many viewers to our program and so many followers on Facebook and the web page, and we just thank all of you, and be sure and invite your friends. And today we're back again, and we have a wonderful, wonderful program and lots of different exciting challenges to show you. And Lynette is going to be first, and we thank her. She came up with a really clever idea for the challenge fabric.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I think I didn't really get the memo at the beginning of the year that I was supposed to be making quilt blocks.
You don't have to. I like all kinds of things.
Because every month I've just sort of made a different project. And this month the challenge fabric had little school books on it. So my project was for the modern kid with an e-reader type of school book. And so I just made a little, it's just a little pouch that can go in. And you can make this a little smaller size if you have more like a Kindle. But you can put the tablet in there, and it's just got the Velcro to close it. And I suppose you could sew extra little pocket if you wanted for something, but this just makes it really simple for carrying, you know, and kind of, it's got batting, so it's technically quilting.
Yes, yes.
And you can even put a regular book in it if you really wanted to.
If you want to.
So just a little school bag.
Thank you.
Back to school.
We're back to school. Thank you, Lynette. Oh, yes, it is. Teresa's next. And as always, we have our live audience with us today. And we also have a grandbaby here. So maybe he might talk to us too. Yeah, before the morning's over.
Okay, I finally completed this quilt for grandchild number 13. One more left to do. It's he wanted something with airplanes on it, so he got his wish. There's not a lot of fabrics out there, but I managed to find 3 different patterns. And his favorite color was dark blue. So he is going to be getting this quilt in the mail this next week. My quilter, she put little airplanes on there. I don't know if you can see them, but they're every once in a while. And this is a disappearing 9 patch, so it was real simple to make.
And the back is star fabric, so it's like nighttime, so they're in the sky. So the airplanes are flying. That's
Yes.
very clever. Very, very nice. That is so fun.
And this is double bed size, so we've got lots of folds here.
Yeah. Thank you.
You bet.
And Carol, we have our sojourners who came down the Columbia River Gorge, and the weather is still safe to be driving in. When it gets to be winter, they may not be able to make it through the ice and snow.
You don't know us.
Okay.
Okay, this is my challenge block for the month.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that fun? That's very nice.
So I've been using the same pattern throughout the whole thing, so I'll have a quilt at the end.
At the end, I'm excited to see what all these quilts are going to be.
And this is a quilt that I started for my son months ago. This is my month to finish things.
Oh,
So I
okay.
can have new projects around. I just still need to get the binding on, but I haven't done a lot of quilting, so I was trying to figure out how to do this and not just stitch the ditch.
Oh, that's very nice. That's
You
a good
wanted something
idea.
that wasn't like a pattern.
Uh-huh.
So I just went with the 6-inch blocks.
And sometimes with boys or with guys, they don't want
Flowers.
the flowers, and they don't want the lovely intricate patterns that
You wanted
some of the
something more
quilters.
like the old-fashioned quilts that's not all these fancy little patterns. And
Uh-huh.
So I just went with squares.
You did a good job. That's fun.
And then my quilting shows on the back. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh,
but
look at
it
that.
makes another pattern. So,
That's really nice.
That looks totally different than the front.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
It just came out of my head because I have no clue what I'm really doing. I just learning as I go.
Well, a lot of us are still learning as we go. Myself included. Thank you. Okay. Karen, would you like to come next? Yay! And Karen
And her intern.
is not alone anymore.
I brought my grandson, Jace, and this is my soon-to-be daughter-in-law, Ashley. She's been helping out with a whole lot of things at our house these days. This is my challenge block this month.
Oh, pretty.
Isn't that nice?
Having fun figuring out how to do the stripes in a different way.
Oh, yes.
We actually used this stripe fabric last year for a challenge.
Yes,
And
yeah.
I'm like, oh, how can I do it different? So this worked out pretty well.
I
That's
just,
really nice.
I just love all the different ways that you're using the fabrics.
And then Ashley and I have been having fun because they're getting married, her and my son. I said, okay, you get a wedding quilt. What is it going to be? And I have too many books. I said, just go through and I'll tell you if I can't make that. You know what I'm saying? So we went through, or she went through and found a couple different patterns, and we're going to combine some. It's kind of a log cabin style. I don't know. But the fun part is she's been going through my stash, and those who know me have a stash.
She has a lot
I have like a
of
12-foot
fabric.
wall of fabric. Anyway, and so far, I have not had to buy anything except for her sashing, which is a black, which I didn't have enough of, but she liked one I had. So it's going to sash with a black with a little print in it and a cornerstone of scrappies. So we're just having fun with it. And so far, I haven't had to buy anything but that black, although we are going to that famous store today for wedding fabric, and we might not get out of there for cheap. And so she just chose fabrics out of my stash that she liked and that I have or haven't used for a few things. And their wedding's in December, so that very first one that you had there turned out to be a Christmas block.
Oh,
I
yes.
hadn't planned it that way, but I was just grabbing light and dark values and it ended up as Christmas block. Had not planned that. And I have lots of heart fabric, so she's included, oh, sorry.
Oops.
She's included hearts.
Hearts.
And you might even, I think, no, I haven't used it yet. We actually cut some of the challenge fabric too
Oh,
to
okay.
include in it. So Elizabeth, you'll be part of the wedding
Oh,
quilt.
thank you, thank
She's
you.
included a few
Yes.
of those.
Yes.
So.
You like this? Isn't that pretty? Yes, yes. Our future quilter.
Well, future enjoyer of a quilt for sure.
Well,
He already got
I'm
his
sure
baby
everybody
quilt.
who lives in your household
I don't-
are going to be quilters.
I don't have any quilts left. They all get given away.
Thank you. Sandy, another one of our travelers down the Columbia River Gorge. Oh, that turned out really nice.
I'll show you the first one because all of these quilt blocks are going to be on a 22-inch background. And I bought fabric enough to make a whole quilt of this one. And so these other quilt blocks that I have are going to go into a scrappy quilt. And so I haven't figured out what I want for the background on them. That's why they're not done. I thought I maybe wanted white, and so I got some of the applique done on white, and I ended up tearing out the appliques. And on this one, I I've been trying to figure out what
Oh,
fabric to use in the center, and I've decided I'm going to go with the carrot color.
It looks like carrots around it.
Yes, that's what Carol said. Anyway, so we're going to put the carrot color in the center. And
this is my favorite. That's still my favorite.
is it?
Uh-huh.
Anyways, butterflies. And then here is another one that matches that. Anyway, because I've not been very good at keeping up on my on my monthly challenges, I thought this month I would tell you about my pizza.
Oh, please do. Please do.
I have a little attention deficit, and every time I see a block that I think I can't live without, I make it, and before I know it, I've got 20 blocks or 30 blocks. And so I get all these tops made, and then they go in a pizza box. And eventually I'm going to have all of these quilts completed. But until then, they live in a pizza box.
That's a good idea.
This is a kaleidoscope that I made, and some of you might have seen this before, I'm not sure.
I don't think that I have.
This is one of those blocks that is made out of one piece of fabric, and it's how you cut it to get your kaleidoscopes. And it looks very, very difficult. And I love things that look very, very difficult that are very, very simple. Anyway, so this is my kaleidoscope with all of the leftover thread hanging on them and whatever. But it'll go back into its pizza box, and hopefully I'll have some of these done by Christmas, because we have 6 children and bunch of grandbabies, and my plan is whenever we get enough done, I'll just take them to the beach with us when we go for Christmas and let everybody go in their room and pick out the quilt they want, because I don't know which quilt they would like.
What a good idea. That's a good plan. Thank you. Okay. And I love this next project.
Well, this month I used the challenge fabric to make a thread catcher or scrap catcher. Inside there's a little pocket for your scissors or your seam ripper, which I use frequently.
We all do.
But the base of it is tile with some kitchen liner to keep it from sliding when you use it, and just hangs there. I made one for a gift for a friend of mine in my sewing club in Minnesota, and her husband took it away from her, keeps it on his chair to use for all his little odds and ends when he's watching TV, the remote and what have you. So I had to make her another one. But so it is versatile.
Oh, that's a good idea. I hadn't thought about that. That's clever. And we had more than one challenge yellow, because I couldn't find all the book fabric. And so some of them got stars instead. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm glad you moved here from Minnesota. Aunt Doris, would you like to show us another trip down the Columbia Gorge? The wonderful scenic part of Oregon, and if you haven't been there, you need to go. And if you like to fly kites, there's a lovely place to fly kites. I know, because John's been there. I tried, and I almost wrecked his kite, so.
I've done nothing compared to everybody else,
Oh,
but
that's
here's
okay.
my blocks. Those are the last 3 that we got.
Oh, yes.
When I get enough of them, I'm going to make a quilt.
Okay, aren't they pretty?
Then I'll have, squares, and it's going to be nice.
Oh, yeah, because it'll have a secondary pattern
Yes, it will.
with the blue. Yeah. Oh, I like those. Very, very nice.
That keeps me out of the bars.
Do they have bars up the Columbia River Gorge?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm also making quilt sacks
Oh,
for I don't know who.
oh,
Are they for the soldiers, Sandy?
Some of them are for soldiers and some of them are for foster kids.
oh, yes. To put the quilt in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Aren't they nice?
this is just a new project that Sandy put me up to. That's all I've got.
Well, that's certainly
And I've got
fine.
I've got a lot of bags,
Oh, good.
and I've got a lot of material yet too. But a
Uh-huh.
bag should fit in that. I mean,
Yeah,
a
a
quilt should
quilt,
fit in there.
yes. Yeah, very nice.
Okay, that's it.
All right, well, thank you. See, we all need to keep going. Doesn't matter, as we get older, we need to be more active. So thank
Amen.
you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, and now, oh, Helen is here.
I'll show Joyce first. Joy made a hot pan.
Look at that.
Oh, cute.
Isn't that cute? And it has on the back, it has the seed packets. Oh, that's
And then
wonderful.
she made all of these little
Oh.
blocks.
Oh, look at,
They all go together somehow or other.
oh, they're so.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then-
okay.
She used the challenge fabric and she made the stripes going this way, but on this one, she made the stripes going a different way.
A different way. Look at those.
So she has enough to go,
Oh,
all
yeah,
the way around like that.
yeah, to make
To
that.
make the circle.
Those are gonna be fun.
Yeah. And she's in Hood River.
Oh, she's in the river today. Did you pass on the Columbia River Gorge? You probably passed
She's
each
going to
other.
visit her grandson.
Okay,
And I'm still at the same one, the
David and
David and
Goliath.
Goliath. But I used a little bit of red in this one.
Oh, I like it with the red. Yeah, it makes it stand out more.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
all right. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's okay. Now, Faith has, oh, Renee, who's going to show Renee's? Faith, okay. We have Faith who's going to show several people.
Keep going. She's shy. Everybody give her a round of applause.
Okay, you need to move over. Move on. And she's going to be going on a little trip to Hawaii, and we all want to go with her. So we should think about a quilting retreat to Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe in two or 3 years. Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay, there we go.
There, is this the right side up?
That is gorgeous.
There we go. I like this.
Yeah, don't get used to it. And these are all challenge fabrics, right?
Yeah.
Very cool. Very beautiful. Okay, you can bring it down now. This is Renee. She doesn't like to get her picture taken, but that's okay. She's a lovely person. And she lives by me, and she's always got great ideas. She helped me with my Quilt of Valor, as did Angela. She's a smart cookie.
And they have a lot, in the East Coast, they have a lot of barn quilts. And so I'm trying to promote house quilts here. But I don't know what my neighbors would say if I put one on my house. You know?
Exit stage left. she just ditched us. Okay. Hi, glad to be back. Glad to be back with my homies. And I've been busy. I had to take a couple weeks off, well, a week or so, because I went up north for family. But this is Angela's latest block of the month from her challenge. Beautiful. I love how she did that.
That's her own design.
Yes. And
Very nice.
how many do you have now?
That's 9.
This is 9? Okay. Beautiful. Very beautiful. And this is a purse. Renee calls it her ugly purse, which I disagree completely, and which she just gifted me with. So I guess happy birthday to me. Except it's not my birthday.
Oh,
But
yeah, it
she's-
is in a few days.
Well,
This
oh.
is October.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be 29.
Again?
Is there a legal limit for that? I don't think so. But it's very nice. It's got a little pocket on each side. And it's got challenge fabrics in it. I like it. I think it's adorable. Now,
That block is 8.
oh, that is number 8?
Number 8. Because we haven't got September's yet.
Oh, okay. We haven't gotten September's yet.
I recounted.
Uh-oh. We're going to have to go back and figure out what's what. Okay, Krisha couldn't be here today. She's moving. Good luck, Krisha. I hope everything works out okay. This is something, she came over to my house. Since she's moving, she doesn't have anywhere to stretch out and sew or cut. So she came over to my house yesterday. We had no idea what we were making. None. So we're surfing the net, because that is what we do well, along with quilting. And she asked me if there was any kind of like a little caddy or something. So what we did was we took all 3 of the challenge fabrics for this month and put them together. And it's not done, it's still in the works, but it's a pressing pad.
Oh, okay.
But you can also use it if you know, if you have a FOV or an older Janome or something, that the foot pedal there isn't anywhere to put it in the case. This will make a wonderful little case for it. Plus you have your pressing station. So, and when it's done, and I did not bring because I didn't want to bring anything so that everybody would know what it looked like when it was done. When it's done, she'll bring it in with its little foot thing in it. And but I thought she did a very nice job. She used my FOV because she couldn't quilt with hers, and this is 5 layers. I mean, it's the layer of the material, the silver, the Insel Bright, and then 2 layers of batting to protect your tabletop. But it's pretty. We like it.
Very nice.
We had fun. We had no idea what we were doing, but she did a very nice job.
That never stops any of us,
I know.
right? Yeah. We don't have to, and you certainly don't need to know when you buy fabric what you're going to use your fabric for. If you like the fabric, buy it.
That's why they call it stash. Now, I have been working with Quilts of Valor because somebody started me on it. Thanks, Elizabeth. I can't say no. But that's okay, because this is for an awesome cause. Everybody thinks of a Quilt of Valor as red, white, and blue. And that is not necessarily true. Not everybody wants red, white, and blue. Not to say even men don't necessarily want red, white, and blue. Well, we were cutting pieces for the Quilts of Valor booth at Expo this coming week, or excuse me, well, it'll be 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago from the taping. And they have an anniversary block that we have been working on. And Angela and I, believe me, we are so tired of half square triangles, it's not even funny. I don't ever want to see another half square triangle. But while we were working on the half square triangles at the sew-in that we went to at, can I say the name of the company?
Oh, absolutely.
At Montevilla Sewing Centers. Angela and I actually went to all 3 days of the sew-in. There was a, I'll use the term young lady, and she had a bag. She had a bag of blocks, hundreds and hundreds of blocks. And in this bag were these. And she said, we can use them as a quilt of valor or some other charity. Well, there's such a thing as an unconventional quilt of valor. That is what this is going to be. If I could get you to hold this side, and we'll just lift this up and kind of give you an idea. Oops. This is going to be an unconventional quilt of valor. And I have the blue and the green ones, and Angela has the violet and the pink. And they're just gorgeous. And we walked through, with these blocks, we walked through the fabric store, couldn't figure out a color that would go with it, because these are all, you know, they don't even make this material anymore. We couldn't find it. I think Angela's looking online. I'm not finding it. Yeah, we can't find it. So we had to find something that would go with everything. So I chose black. I know Elizabeth loves black. She doesn't. But once the black sashing is done, we found a fabric that we thought would go with it to go around. So we think that that will work. And we knew it would be okay because it's kind of a purplish violet. And we know that Elizabeth loves this color. So this is going to be our unconventional or non-conventional quilt of valor. And it could be for a woman. It could be for a man. It doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is, we just want them to know that we care and that we're standing behind them. It doesn't matter what war they were in. That's not our credo, is to make them comfortable and let them know that we care. And I think Elizabeth's got it straight on when she started us all making these. My wrists, thank you. But Angela and I have been working on the anniversary quilts or anniversary blocks for over a month now. Yep. Almost 2 months. So we have one more show that they're going to have in October. I can't remember the name of the show.
It's the Machine Quilters.
Okay. Machine Quilters show. And we will be at that show as well. We're going to be sewing blocks together. So come see us. We'd love to see you at the Quilts of Valor booth. Come design a quilt block, a signature quilt block, and one of us, if not one of the other ladies that are working, will sew it together for you. And we will put it in a quilt that will be received by a serviceman or woman.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's one of the things that we're doing. So thank you, Faith.
And I missed seeing you guys last week, or last month. Thanks, everybody.
Be sure and go to the website, OregonQuilting.net. You can also find us on Facebook And where else are we? We're all over the place. And of course on television. So we thank you for watching, and be sure and join us next time on Oregon Quilting.
1, 2, 3.